Hi guys, it's Kian. Today we have a dress up with Sai. He's a MyDearBoy Rurvi, and I'm gonna be putting him in this outfit, which includes this top that I modified. So it was originally an SD size top that I added some eye and hook clasps to, and I modified both the front and back so that it can fit on a mini size body. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in the first part of the video, and then we will get into the dress up proper. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so this is what the top looks like originally on a mini size body. This is the Blue Fairy Neo Gentle body, about 43 cm. It is nicely long sleeve on a mini body. I didn't like it as a top on my SD boys because it was kind of like awkwardly elbow or mid forearm length. But you can see on a mini body is obviously much looser. And so the main thing to do is to get rid of that gaping problem. So I measured out the amount that I'll have to fold and hide. I'm not gonna do any permanent modifications, meaning that if I take out whatever I've added, it would mostly go back to the original top. So I'm using eye and hook clasps. These are the ones that I salvaged from my own clothes. That's why I only have them in a limited amount. So when I was doing this, I basically looked at it for too long and I couldn't decide what I wanted best. So some of you might remember this poll that I put out asking for your opinion on what clasp placement to do. So these are the options that were available. It's all very subtle, minute changes, but I do think they make a difference. And while waiting for the poll, I decided that, as was my preference in the poll, I did like the squarish clasps better, so I started with that. So I sewed the top one onto the top before the poll ended. So this is what it looks like. I did make a mistake though. I measured out the amount that I have to take in, but I forgot to account for the width of the eye and hook itself. So that's going to be a problem later. Here you can see that I finally got to check the poll, and option 3, which is the squarish clasp with a particular placement that you can see, won, and that's also the final result. So that's what I did. Continued to sew fitting that configuration, and I didn't take a photo of what I didn't take a video of what I did after the third one. But I also had to do something about the back because, like I said, the front I didn't take in enough, so the back I added in more hook, or is this eye? I don't know. And then I wanted to make it like a corset closure. Unfortunately, in order for it to fit, it has to be tied quite tightly. And when it's loose, like you can see here, there's weird bumps under the armpits. So in the end, instead of going with 4 sets, I just went with 2 so that it would tie up nicer. And now we're back to the dress up portion of the video. So mini size boy is actually a size that I've never owned before. So I don't really have a lot of clothes for him, which is why the outfit is the way it is. I mostly just wanted to do what I can with what I have. I only have like 3 tops for him and like 1 pair of shorts. So this particular outfit, he is wearing something a bit more layered. And one thing I like about the top is that because it's actually quite large, you can just kind of put it onto him without having to take off his head, which is always a nice thing. So, like I said, I only have 1 pair of shorts for him, which you've seen him wearing earlier in the video. And I did try that with this outfit, like putting it side by side to see if it looks nice, but it felt a bit, like it felt like it lacked something. Then I saw that my girl's wardrobe had this tulle skirt, which is grey, and I thought it would suit the overall look better, so that's why it's in this outfit. I mean, boys can wear skirts too, right? So So here he is in this outfit with a skirt. The skirt was a bit tight because it's a USD size skirt, but I really like how translucent it looks with the tulle, although that took a bit of arranging to fall nicely, which is what I was doing here. And again, like I said, because it's a new size to me, I actually didn't buy him shoes. So here he's just wearing some socks, which are actually my SD boys socks, but surprisingly fit quite well. He doesn't fit in my mini ghost boots, so that's why he has no shoes in this outfit. And the fun part of this outfit is actually the necklaces. I already took out 3 that I thought might work with it. So here's me trying them out. I wanted something that was a bit more like with an edge, slightly punkish. Even though I feel like the jumper over a white collar kind of reads a bit different, but like the eyelet detail in front gives it a bit more of that edge that I think works well. So anyway, in the end, I decided to go with 2 of the necklaces. They were all originally made for my bigger boys, but it fits, especially because he had the shirt collar, which kind of makes his neck thicker. So it worked out well. And here's me doing a lot of adjustments to the necklace because, yeah, it takes a while to find the correct size. So he's basically the second version of Sai, who used to be a Littlefee Pong Pong. And so he has the same eyes, a pair of enchanted doll. I don't remember the type. Anyway, here is the final outfit. He's wearing a Fovio wig as well. I think those are the 2 things that I didn't mention in the outfit. I mean, I guess his underwear is from 9 Style. Everything else that he's wearing, the information is on the top left corner of the video. So the last part is just some photos. Alright, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the outfit and also of the modification. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.